Hey, how's it going? Thriller, horror books. I do a lot of audiobooks, so preferably something that works for that. No, I haven't. Is that similar to is that based on the Netflix series? Or is a Netflix series based on that book? Oh, I like use artist tape. I was using washi tape, but honestly, this washi tape's been tearing up my images, and I just color. I color in the spaces that don't have the tape, and then I pull the tape off. I like to do this when I'm listening to an audiobook, but sometimes when I go live, it's a little bit harder to do that. So, oftentimes when I go live, I'm just kind of in the zone coloring and just chatting in the comments. But when I'm not live, I like to just play an audiobook. Like right now, I'm reading um, or I'm listening to Bury My Bones in the Midnight Soil via Libby. I think Schwab is the author. I'm towards the beginning of that book still. It's like an 18-hour listen. I was kind of on a comic book kick for a while. I was reading like several of the Predator comics. I have some more too that I need to get into, but like Predator versus Wolverine, Predator versus Spider-Man, Predator versus Black Panther, and there's one called the Theta Saga. It's like about this woman who, when she's a girl, Predator basically like murders her family, and then she spends like the rest or most of her adult life hunting down predators. And I actually really, really enjoyed that. I have some more that I wanted to read, but I wanted to take a little break from comics. Those are really the only comics that I've actually gotten into. I have to look up root magic. That sounds like something I'd be interested in reading. Hey, if you're just joining, I'm on live doing a little cozy coloring, checking in to see if anyone has any good book recommendations. I'm always looking to add something to my TBR. I'm into like thriller, horror books, stuff like that. I finally got around to reading The Exorcist this year. I did read John Stakely's Vampires. That's who the movie John Carpenter's Vampires is based off of, that book. I would say overall, I feel like that book did not age well. I got I take issue with a few things in that book. Towards the end of the year, I did a lot of comic book reading. And if you're just joining me, I'm currently reading Bury My Bones in the Midnight Soil. That is a very long listen. I usually do audiobooks. And so that's like an 18-hour listen. And normally I just kind of color while I'm listening to my books, especially towards the beginning of the books. When I'm on live, sometimes it can be a little bit harder. But I figure I can come here and get some recommendations. I do have a favorite audiobook. Yada Eats Candy. I'll shout you out, sure. You got a book rec for me? You got something you enjoy reading? It's worth adding to my list. What are those? Okay. Thank you. I do a lot of reading or a lot of listening, or what I think is a lot. I know that there are people who are able to do like 100 books a year. That is not me. I managed to listen to somewhere between 30 to 40. this washi tape's been killing my pictures here. Do you like audiobooks or do you prefer physical books? Okay. I think the reality is I have to do audiobook if I want to get any kind of reading done. I used to be able to do physical books a lot more. For some reason I'm able to do the comics, probably because they're not as big and I can just get through them faster. Tore my picture up. Right in the corner. I'm going to stop using this washi tape. I'm just going to use artist tape. I have Libby and Hoopla. I like using both of those. I'm trying to get yeah, there are a lot of long books because the Bury My Bones and the Midnight Soul is like an 18-hour listen. I'm enjoying it, but it's just a long listen. My favorite audiobook, however, I recommend it all the time to people, especially if they're not sure they can be into audiobooks or not, that kind of thing, is Viola Davis Finding Me. It's excellent. I've listened to it twice, and I recommend it to people all the time. So that's one of the reasons why I actually color. I have two different types of things that I color. Either the ones that I just make myself with tape, and I just kind of color in, like, oh, where's one? I'm trying to think. I don't know. Like I'll do stuff like this. It just, for some reason, I can just focus on the book while I color. And I also have like a coloring set that I use that's just dots, single color. And I just color in those dots. I don't know, for some reason I can just focus. Thank you. I also read Buffalo, or listened to Buffalo Hunter by Stephen Graham. Excellent. Oh my gosh. He's a fantastic writer, and I'm excited to read some other things by him. A coworker and I actually co-read that book together. Oop, there we go. All right, all done. This is it. That washi tape tore my image up here. So yeah, like I just like to come on live and share this type of activity, because it's calming for me, helps reduce anxiety. And many times when I'm not on live, I will be listening to an audiobook. I do like fantasy books. and some nonfiction books. I actually read a nonfiction book. It it kind of put me in a slump this year because I had to. It's called Madness, and it's about insane Crownsville Asylum in Maryland. And I think I also don't get through a lot of books because it takes me certain books, like it just takes me a while to process what I'm reading. And I journal also, like, so I'll be coloring, listening to the book, and then I'll keep a journal with me because you can get off track with the audiobook. And so I will do a little bit of journaling on the side just to make sure that I'm keeping up with the book. And that book, like, it just kind of stopped me in my tracks mentally. Some of the subject matter hit close to home, and I had to take a minute. And I actually didn't read for like 2 or 3 weeks after that. I just kept thinking about that book. I was just not over it, and it's nonfiction, so do with that what you will. I'm trying to think. Did I read anything else? Well, when I listened to Finding Me, that got me in a reading slump for sure. Just, I don't mean it in a bad way. It's just, I think some books, like if you're not ready to move on, if you're still thinking about it and processing it and sharing your thoughts with others, is it's okay to take a break. Yeah, that was crazy. Gosh. Um, all right. Well, this was good. It was nice to chat with you. And anybody else that was listening, I think I'm going to come on and ask for more book recommendations. I was trying to get book recommendations from like TikTok, and I'm not really on Instagram or Facebook, but I'm noticing that like the same books continue to be like recommended. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling like I was getting a good variety out of the books that were being recommended. So a lot of times I'm finding my own books, or I'm coming to YouTube and kind of seeing what people are reading. There just seems to be a little bit more variety over here. And then just also just day-to-day interactions with people. Like, hey, what are you reading? Is it good? Do you like it? All right. Well, anyway, it was nice chatting. I try to go live a couple of times a week. This particular season of life, things get like super busy. So I'll see if I'm able to get back on live again tomorrow, and also try to get through some more of the book I'm reading right now. So you all have a good night, and it was nice chatting with you and coloring along the way. Bye.